For the coding test, I gave all three AIs a real-world business task, building a mobile app with Flutter that can be used for generating quizzes. This is the kind of thing freelancers in Upwork and other platforms charge $500 plus for. Let's see which AI can build it best. Goal: build a minimal Flutter mobile app that allows users to paste or type text and automatically generate quiz questions from it. The MVP should work fully offline, no network calls.
I will drop the entire command which I used for this AI prompting in the description below so you can reference.
Now, I've executed the command for both Anthropic Claude AI Sonnet 4.5 and Google Gemini AI 2.5 Pro to generate our Flutter app code. Notice how Claude immediately begins producing code, while Gemini spends a bit of time gathering information and performing analysis. Both AIs are working in their own ways to achieve the same result.
Interestingly, Gemini finished first, but it generated the source code across multiple files. On the other hand, Claude produced everything within a single file.
However, we've noticed that neither AI provided setup instructions on how to actually run the app. So we'll go ahead and prompt each one to provide those setup steps. Now that we have the instructions, let's carefully follow them for each case. Starting with the Claude-generated code, let's open our terminal and create a directory to store our project files. The first instruction is to create a Flutter project named QuizMate. Next, we'll update the dependencies in the pubspec.yaml file with the ones provided by Claude. Then we'll install them using the command flutter pub get. Once everything is installed, we'll replace the contents of lib/main.dart with the code suggested by Claude. That's all the setup required for this version. Now I'm installing a VS Code plugin that allows us to launch an emulator directly from the editor. This will let us run and preview our app exactly as it would appear on a real device. Next, let's move on to Google Gemini's generated code. We'll follow a similar process. Create a new Flutter project named quiz_mate, copy over Gemini's dependencies, and run flutter pub get just like before. This time, however, Gemini structured the app into multiple files and folders, so we'll need to manually create those directories and files, then paste in the provided code for each. This extra step is critical, as it reflects Gemini's more modular approach to project organization. As you can see, the project didn't run successfully at first, unlike the one generated by Claude AI. There are several highlighted error sections in the code, which indicates that Gemini had a few incorrect references or missing elements. I'll need to correct these issues manually and then rerun the project.
Now that we've made the necessary modifications, let's run both projects side by side to compare their behavior and see if there are any noticeable differences in the results.
On the left, we have Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.5, and on the right, we have Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. I'm launching both projects on separate emulators. Notice how they share similar design elements and color themes, but there are slight variations in their layouts.
Next, we'll test both apps using the same text content to see how each one generates quizzes.
Claude produces a smaller number of questions from the text. Also, when you select an answer, it doesn't immediately show whether it's correct or not. Instead, it provides feedback only at the end, summarizing the results on a separate screen. In contrast, Google Gemini gives instant feedback after each question, immediately indicating whether your answer is correct or incorrect. It also shows a summary of your results at the end. But here, the quiz history is conveniently displayed on the main screen, right above the text input area. There's also a history section, displaying summaries of previous quizzes. Our next prompt is about content creation, money-making content. Our task here will be to create a high-converting sales email for a digital product. It could be any type of digital product. Prompt: write a 200-word sales email for my digital course, AI Side Hustle Masterclass, that teaches people how to make $3,000 a month using AI tools. You can also find the full exact prompt we used for this in the description. Presented side by side is the result of the prompt. On the left side is Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.5, and on the right is the Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. We will use the following criteria to evaluate which of the prompt bests addressed the task we asked the AI to perform. Does it grab attention immediately? Does it sound natural? Is there a clear CTA? Would you actually send this email? Based on the summary and findings above, Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.5 is bold, high energy, and perfect for a direct response marketing email aimed at motivated or warmed up leads. Google Gemini 2.5 Pro, on the other hand, is more natural, friendly, and persuasive, ideal for email outreach or lead nurturing where authenticity and connection matter most. If I had to choose one to send as an actual marketing email, I'd go with Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. It's more conversational, builds trust, and feels human while still guiding the reader to take action. We are also going to be testing out these AI in complex reasoning, business strategy, and we will ask the AI to solve a real business problem with strategic thinking, then we compare the results.
We will be using the following criteria for evaluation. Are the strategies actually actionable? Specific steps, not vague advice. Does it show understanding of business fundamentals? Are the risks mentioned realistic? Would you pay a consultant for this advice?
I run a freelance graphic design business. I'm currently charging $500 per logo and getting 2 clients per month. Revenue is $1,000 per month. Based on the result of the comparison, we see that Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.5 delivers consultant-grade execution guidance.
It combines strategic thinking with tactical detail, exact pricing, outreach scripts, implementation steps, and realistic revenue math. It feels like something you could act on today without further clarification, which is best for solo freelancers or small business owners who want practical steps and short-term results.
Google Gemini 2.5 Pro, on the other hand, provides excellent strategic framing and business logic. It's cleaner, more narrative-driven, and ideal for understanding why certain business pivots work. However, it leaves some execution details to the reader, which is best for entrepreneurs or professionals who already grasp basics and want to refine positioning and strategy depth.
So, based on pure numbers, Gemini wins. But here's the twist, and this is important. If you need image analysis, ChatGPT or Gemini. If you need the smartest writing and reasoning, Claude. If you want unlimited free usage, Gemini. For most people trying to make money with AI, ChatGPT or Gemini is the best all-rounder.
But honestly, I use all three for different things. Here's when I use each one. ChatGPT for quick tasks, image analysis, and general use. Claude for long-form writing, complex strategy, and coding. Gemini for research, free tier, file analysis, image generation, video generation.
So there you have it. I spent an entire week testing these 3 AI tools so you don't have to. The winner depends on what you need it for, but ChatGPT is the safest bet for most people. Now I want to hear from you. Which AI do you use daily? Drop a comment below and tell me why. And if you want me to test more AI tools like this, hit that subscribe button. I'm testing more features and tools this month, and I'll show you exactly which ones are worth your time and money. Next video, I'm showing you how to make money using AI, how I used AI for image generation, video generation, and ebook generation. You're not going to want to miss that. See you in the next one.